Hello, AP Environmental students. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I am your teacher, Miss Bayless, and I wanted to sort of do something special, a little different. I don't know if any of your other teachers have ever or will this year use something called Bitmoji Classroom, but I think it's super fun and a much more interactive way of doing Google Classroom. So we will have our time in class, obviously, and I will be going over how to do this or how to utilize this sort of format in class, but I figured I would put a video up so that this way you could always refer back to it in case you're not in class or you're remote learning, okay? So I hope everybody is happy, healthy, and well. And as you're watching this, you'll probably see on this screen, and I'm looking at it down here just so I know what I posted on this page. This is sort of like the welcome screen, so I'm gonna keep this here. I would add important announcements or things that are coming up to this thread. It's always going to be up here at the top of our Google Classroom feed. So everything on the Bitmoji app, or it's not really an app, but everything on the classroom is clickable. So the posters are all clickable, the videos are clickable, the calendar, the laptops, you'll see as I go through it, but for this one there is no laptop. So for now, on that bookshelf that's next to the whiteboard where the video is, you're going to see something that says North High. You can click on that, and that's going to take you directly to our school's website. So any kind of important information that you need from there, you can just access it directly from this screen. To the right of that is Google Classroom, so that's going to take you to your account. You just have to be signed in with your Great Neck username and password. And the same thing goes for Google Drive. You will have access to your Google Drive there. And then I have on there, you'll see underneath, it's the AP Environmental YouTube channel. It's like the green thumbnail. That's the AP Environmental YouTube channel. Back in the spring when we all went virtual, College Board had some teachers who work for them who are AP Environmental Science teachers. They conducted lessons over YouTube, and they named them according to the unit that corresponds to what we call our course and exam description, which I'll show you in a second. But they did like 45 minutes to an hour. I think those were like the maximum time. Some of them might even be shorter. They did lessons. They're all pre-recorded, but they did all sorts of lessons on every single topic in AP Environmental Science because the end of last year was just so different, and a lot of students across the world did not get to access or finish their curriculum in their home schools, so it was hard for them to be prepared for the exam. So these are not going to be available forever. I don't know exactly when they're going out, but I figured it would be a good thing to have for you in case you are starting off with remote learning. You are certainly welcome however we wind up doing our classes, whether we're streaming live for the classroom or you're watching a pre-recorded video. You'll also have access to the College Board videos, and I know my students last year who were preparing for the AP exam virtually, I know a lot of them did use these videos as helpful tutorials. Okay, so I leave them there for you. Then next to that, you're gonna see the podcast app icon, and that's the daily. So I don't know if you guys are into podcasts at all. I listen to them every day on my way to school and on my way home, and if I work out or anything like that. And I just find that it's sometimes refreshing just to have like a little snippet of the news of the day. I don't want to have like an hour of the news. I don't want to be submersed in the news because sometimes it's not all that pleasant. But it is nice to have just a little idea of what's going on in the world. And the daily is put together by the New York Times. And it's about 20 minutes, and it comes out every day in the morning. So I'd like to try to incorporate some podcasts into our class, especially for those students who are learning virtually. I'd like to have discussions about what's going on in the world. The coronavirus is absolutely an AP Environmental Science topic. We do a whole unit on infectious diseases, so it's very applicable to our curriculum. So I do want to incorporate that into our classroom as long as everybody's comfortable with that, in addition to anything else that might be going on environmentally around the world. So I do urge you to have access to the daily. And I'm going to add some other podcasts too. There's been a lot of good environmental and just regular science podcasts that have been coming out lately. So I'm weeding through them when I have time because my children don't really let me relax for any extended period of time. And I'll put some more podcasts out there for us to have access to as a class. Next to that is Albert.io. That is, I'm assuming that everybody sort of has an account for that and that you've used it before. If not, it's really super easy. You can go in there and make your own practice questions for different units that we're covering. I knew students last year, that was our first year having it. They liked using that for test prep, so they could make their own multiple choice practice questions on there. You'll see the July 17th, that's just like the calendar icon. So I do have a Google Calendar for our AP Environmental Science class, so I will try to update that with due dates and tests and things that might be going on, so you have access. And I'm trying to put that into each chapter's Bitmoji too, so that this way you always have access to the classroom. That little sign actually isn't clickable, but if you want to present this, you just press the present button at the top and everything becomes clickable. I probably should have said that at the beginning, sorry. And then there's the mail icon. That's for me, just for my Great Neck email address. You could just email me there. I mean, it's not that hard. It's jbayless@greatneck.k12.my.us. And that's it. And so that's our welcome. And I'm gonna try to do some videos that are all pre-recorded so that you can kind of see my face depending on how this year is gonna go. It's kind of a learning curve for everybody, but I just want us to stay in contact and I want us to feel connected to each other as much as possible. Okay, so thanks so much for watching. I will see you in class. Stay happy, stay well, stay safe, and stay 6 feet away from everybody.